In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 7 top tips how to win more business through awesome customer service, mainly dedicated to the pub and bar trade, but this can actually be used in any customer facing business. Tip number 1. Sometimes I get the impression that staff feel undervalued, that they're just there to serve, and that's really not the case. The staff, you guys, bar staff, the managers, supervisors, all you guys, you are the most important person in that business. Why? Because you've got the ability to transform someone's night. When a customer walks into your pub or bar, you are the difference between them having a really great evening or a really rubbish evening. The next 2-3 hours, maybe even next 30 minutes is all going to be on you. You play a vital role in that. Your attitude directly influences the night that these guys are going to have. They could be out for a date night, they could be out for an anniversary, it could be someone's birthday or anything like that. But your attitude towards them makes or breaks the evening. They could walk in and have a really crap time because you're grumpy and you're not on your game, or they could walk out and have an absolutely phenomenal time because you've looked after them. And how amazing does that make you feel? You have helped transform someone's night. You should feel proud that the customer has come in to see you. Out of all the pubs, bars out there, they've come to see you, and that should make you feel happy. And it is now your duty to pull out all the stops, so when they do leave, when they do walk out, whether that be in 30 minutes, whether that be in 3 hours time, they've had the best experience possible and they're going to be walking away with some amazing memories. So that's tip number 1. You are not just there to pick up your £7.50, your £8.50 an hour. You are there, and I want you to get into this mindset, you are there to change someone's evening. Tip number 2. I want you to acknowledge every single person that walks into your venue. It's a massive, massive bugbear of mine. People just go completely unnoticed. Staff are in their own little dream world. Stop it. You should pay attention to every single person that walks into your pub or bar. And I see it all the time, whether people are standing at the bar waiting to be served, whether you're just walking in and a floor staff, a waiter, waitress walks past without even acknowledging it. I see it all the time. It takes literally a fraction of a second to actually say hello to someone, to welcome them into your pub or bar. Whether you're out in the car park, coming to and from your car, make it known that you work there and you're proud. Say hello to them. And if you are serving behind the bar and it is busy, when someone walks up to the bar, just give them a quick glance and just say to them, hey, how you doing? I'll be with you in a couple of seconds. I just need to finish serving these guys first. Because all of a sudden, that customer goes from feeling ignored to feeling happy and to feeling valued. They know that you know that they're there. And that is so important. That first hello when someone walks in, no matter where you are in the building, that first hello is the first impression that the customer gets. That's what sets the tone. So set the tone from the start, not from 30 minutes later. Make that first impression count. So that is tip number 2. Okay? Always acknowledge your customers. Tip number 3 is all about drinks lists. So, when you're busy behind the bar, instead of just letting a customer wait, hand them a drinks list. And if you haven't got one, get one. And I'm not talking about a 24-page Bible listing all your wines and every single cocktail that you serve or every single spirit. I'm talking about a very simple A4 drinks list. And on that drinks list, you don't need to put on all the draft beers that you serve because they can see that in front of you. That'll be on the bar there. I'm talking about a very simple A4 one-sided list where they can just quickly see a few sections on there. So here are the things that you should have on that drinks list, okay? Number 1, list 2 or 3 nice premium bottled beers, okay? The emphasis on this drinks list is premium. You should also list 2 of each wine, so 2 whites, 2 reds and 2 rosés. Something decent, not necessarily your house wine, but not top of the range either. Just something that will get them spending a few extra pennies and make that decision easier for them. Okay, you don't need to list 14 different wines. Third thing is have a bubbles option, whether you sell Prosecco or my favourite Cava, I'm a big Cava fan, or even a glass of champagne. But again, don't overprice it. You want something in there, £4 to £7 a glass. So I'm recommending a nice glass of Prosecco on there or a glass of Cava. Something like that. Special occasion, capture their attention early. The next thing you should have on that drinks list is 3 or 4 different gin and tonics, okay? Not your house gin and tonics, your Bombay, your Gordons, whatever you serve. Again, I'm talking about sparking imagination. So list on there, even if you have 10, 12 gin and tonics, list 3 or 4 slightly different garnish gin and tonics, different style gin and tonics, but list 3 or 4 different gin and tonics on there. So again, it captures their imagination. The next thing you should have on your menu is 4 or 5 simple serve cocktails. And don't be frightened of the word cocktail. I'm not talking about 5 or 6 ingredients here. I'm talking about simple serves, a double spirit and a mixer. Be imaginative, okay? If you've got your Fever Tree range, roll them out. But what I absolutely love and trying to get people to get is the Franklin's and Sons range. Okay, imagine people's reactions if they looked down a menu and saw something like a double vodka, not your house vodkas, not your Smirnoffs or anything like that. I'm talking Absolute, Stolly, anything like that. Double vodka with Franklin's and Sons apple and rhubarb, okay? Garnished with an apple or a strawberry or something like that. That, all of a sudden, is your 75% GP, okay? Boom! As easy as that. You've captured people's imaginations. So think along the lines of drinks like that. Then the last thing you should have on your menu is a selection of soft drinks. Not your J2Os or anything like that. They are bar calls. People are going to walk in and specifically ask for a J2O. Again, I'm talking about your Fever Tree mixers. I'm talking about your Franklin's and Sons. I'm talking about all the different juices that you have, not the Schweppes or Brickfit bottles or anything like that. Go premium. We're talking about 100% pressed and squeezed. Again, I always bang on about the Eager juices or Tropicana or something like that. Have a list of juices like that. Again, 4 or 5 different soft drinks that people can get. Not Coke, not lemonade. We all know about that stuff. But the whole point of this drinks list is capturing people's imagination. So what the drinks list does is 3 things. The first thing it does, it puts the customer's mind at rest. They know that they've got your attention, so they know that they're going to be next, or at least in the next 2 or 3 customers that are going to be served. So giving them that drinks list will put their mind at rest. So the second thing it does, it actually speeds up service, because the customer has gone from not knowing what they want to order to actually having a really good list, and 7 or 8 times out of 10 they're going to order off that list. Okay, and the things that you've got on that list are going to be the stuff that you sell quite a lot of, that makes you quite a bit of money, and they're just going to be easy and quick for you to serve. But here's the third reason. The third reason is that it will actually put more money in your tills, because all of a sudden you've potentially transform someone from a £3.50, £4 pint to a £3.50, £4 gin and tonic, however much your house spirits are, into a £6 or £7 sale. And I'm talking about a sale per item. Times that, if there's a round of 4 or 5 drinks, you are going to be adding 75-80% GP to your bottom line by having a really effective drinks menu. Remember, that's how important the drinks list is. It's not just about sales. I come back to that first reason. It's all about putting the customer in a happy place, knowing that they are going to be served next. Tip number 4 is all about clearing glasses, clearing tables. It sounds really stupid, but it's another bugbear of mine. I'm forever walking into venues and glasses will just be stacked up on tables. You know, even when it's busy, there is absolutely no excuse. I guarantee it, you can find 30 seconds to a minute just to nip out and just grab a load of glasses. Your customers will appreciate that you're busy and you need to collect the glasses, but they'll also appreciate that if you're one of these venues and that you're always running out of the right types of glasses, they'll appreciate it even more waiting a couple of minutes to get served, if they're going to get served in the right glass because you've just been to collect it off a table and gone to get it washed. So the flip side on this is all on the management. Understaffing is a very poor way to run your business. In my 16, 17 years of running pubs and bars, I always overstaffed because I believed that was better than letting your staff get stressed out because they couldn't keep up with service, and to let your customers be stressed because it's taking 15 minutes to get served. And if it is dead and you've overstaffed, you can do two things. You can send them home. Not an issue. Your staff will understand. They can see it's not busy, so you can send them home. Or you can use that time to get your venue cleaned, topped up, restocked, whatever you need to do to make the flow of the business better and quicker, and to give the customer the experience that they deserve. That's what it's all about. So in my opinion, spending an extra £50, £75 a shift on staff wages is much better than losing £500 plus because you can't keep up with service, because you're not turning the drinks over, or because customers just walk out. So have a think about that. It's all about overstaffing, in my opinion. Yes, you're going to take a little bit of a hit on your wages, but 9 times out of 10 you'll recoup that on busier nights through serving people more quickly and more efficient. Tip number 5, it's a very quick and easy one, this one. Smile. Just smile. Not one single customer cares whether you've had an argument with your partner before you left for work. Not one single customer cares whether you've got a cold. They don't care if you're having a spat on Facebook with someone. Smile. Whatever your problem is, leave it. The best thing you can do is leave it at your front door when you leave for work. And failing that, if you need the journey to work to get over your problems, leave it at the front door of the venue. Do not bring it to work. The customers do not care. It is as simple as that. Not smiling, being grumpy, whinging has to be, in my opinion, the biggest customer service flaw out there. I'll say it again, no one cares. So when you get to work, concentrate on being cheerful, on being happy, concentrating on giving the customers the best experience they could possibly have, for the simple reason is they're going to be happy, they're going to stay longer, and they're probably going to put more money in your till. Tip number 6 is be friendly, but don't be over friendly. So let me explain. Your guests that walk into your venue are customers. They are there to make a business transaction. They are there to come and buy food or drink from your venue. I'll say it again, they are there to make a business transaction. So while it's okay to ask them how they are, how their day's been, all that kind of stuff, making small talk and banter, don't take that relationship to the next level. It's great to look after your regulars, but don't become that shoulder to lean on where every spare second gets thrown their way. Because when you do that, you're not paying the same amount of attention to another equally as important customer that is also there to make a business transaction in your venue. Their money and their custom and their experience should be as equally as important, if not more important, than a regular. Because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, your regulars are going to come back unless they've been really badly treated. What you have to do is turn that new customer, that new business transaction, into a new regular customer. So don't spend all your effort on 1 or 2 particular regulars that always sit at the bar, that come in, week out. That's cool, but don't do that. Spend the same amount of time on all the other people that you may not know from Adam, but that's your duty. You have to give them the memories, the experience, so that they actually want to come back and spend more money. It's as simple as that. So here's my last tip, tip number 7. Tip number 7 is all about going the extra mile, under promising and over delivering. Instead of just saying we've run out of that or we haven't got any more of that, either offer an alternative, or if it's in the cellar, take 2 minutes just to go and quickly grab it. The customer will appreciate that more than you just saying, oh, I haven't got what you want. It's the same with your ice in the ice bucket. If it's wet and melted and horrible, then just say to the customer, excuse me, give me 2 minutes, I'm just going to get you some fresh ice, because they'll appreciate that more in their drinks than the horrible, nasty ice that you were going to use. So take a couple of seconds just to go and get more ice if you have to. Instead of watching a customer struggle with the tray of drinks or opening the door, rush to their aid, help them. Even if you're busy, the other customers there will appreciate what you're doing for someone else. It's all about customer service. It's all about those first impressions. If you've got someone standing at the bar or a couple of tables near the bar, if they're getting towards the end of their drink, don't just wait for every last drop to be drunk from their glass. When they're 2/3, 3/4 of the way through that drink, just a simple question in their direction. Are you having another one? Preempt the next sale. Okay. Sometimes they might have been leaving and might change their minds and stay for the next one. Other times that will make them feel even more valued because it knows you're paying attention to them. Another bugbear of mine is warm glasses. Again, there's no excuse for warm glasses. If you've got a warm glass, take a couple of seconds to chill it down with the soda gun, with some ice, with tap water. Again, it's all about customer service, over delivering. Customer will appreciate you chilling those glasses down for them. So here's one about food. If you can tell a customer is not enjoying their meal or they're pushing their food about on their plate, then ask them what the problem is, and if necessary, change it. No questions asked, just change it. Don't offer them a free drink. They've come out to eat. I want you to get that through your head, because this happens all the time. They have come out to eat, not to get a free drink. Do whatever you need to do with that plate of food. Either throw it in the bin or get chef to do something with it, whatever makes the customer happy. And if you are throwing it in the bin, that £10 profit that you're throwing in the bin, well, let's put it like this. It's going to be much better off to throw £10 profit in the bin and have a customer walk out happy because you've solved the problem than it is to actually not give anything away for free. The customer walks out and they stick up a bad review on Facebook, a bad review on TripAdvisor, because that's your reputation, and your reputation is everything. So do whatever you need to do to make that customer happy. £10 profit on food, it's not the be all and end all. It's all about the customer experience, and do they want to come back? But here's the thing, even to know that there's a problem, when you've been in the industry as long as we have, you kind of develop a sixth sense. You can tell when someone's not enjoying a drink or a plate of food. But until that point, ask the customer, interact, smile with them. Because when you do that, that's 90% of the battle. Then the customer knows that you care. And again, bringing it all back, that is customer service. Letting the customer know that you care enough about them to want to help them have a better night, a better day, a better lunch, whatever it is. So if you've enjoyed what I've been talking about today, you can share the love by doing one of three things. If you click up there, that should give you links to my website and all that kind of stuff, the Academy on there. If you click up there, you'll see all my latest videos, my gin reviews and that kind of stuff. And if you click down there, that's the lovely subscribe button. I've been Steve the Barman, and I will catch you next time.